guys, what's happening? Hey, did you ever spend like all weekend cleaning the bike, getting it spotless, getting it shiny, getting that chrome just to sparkle, and waxing all of the paint, making it look really nice, and then you take it out one time and it rains. The whole thing gets trashed again. I'm going to talk about cleaning the bike today. Some of the products I use, some tricks, some things you may want to know. First of all, you want to get a good wash. Let's see, what do I got here? I like to use this. This is Armor All. It is a wash and wax ultra shine. Works really well. You mix it up in the bucket with some water. So I usually like to use warm water, and then use a soft cotton rag or towel, something that's clean, that doesn't have any dirt in it, that's not going to scratch up your paint job or your chrome. Stuff works great because it not only cuts the grime in the dirt, but it leaves your bike sparkling clean when you're done. So that's a plus. Armor All also makes this extreme wheel and tire cleaner, and it works pretty well. It foams up. You spray it right on the wheels and the tires, and they come out looking really nice. After you wash the thing, there's a couple things. Let's talk about the windshield for a minute. These are made out of plexiglass, not glass. And plexiglass scratches really easy. What you'll want to use on this is just a Windex, some paper towels, or a soft cloth, just to get the bugs off and to keep it clean. Now, they do make a product called Rain-X, and that's supposed to keep the water droplets from sticking to your windshield. That makes the rain shoot right off. Do not use it on plexiglass. It'll ruin your plexiglass windshield. It's only made for glass. So you can use it on your car, but never on your motorcycle windshield. Don't use the Rain-X. Trust me, you'll be sorry. You'll end up buying a new windshield. It'll mar the finish of it. It'll make it dull. You won't be able to see through it anymore. Don't do that. So just use Windex in a towel, clean that part up. For cleaning the engine, one thing I'll warn you about here, you never want to spray a hot engine with cold water. So let the bike cool down before you get to spraying it with water, before you even get to washing it. And then when the engine's cool, you can go ahead and clean the engine. I like to use this is a soft bristle, but it's got long bristles on it. Works well for getting in the, scrubbing inside the engine fins there and getting in a tight spot. Some of the areas you may even want to use a toothbrush to get down in there nice and tight with. So that'll work for that. After it's all clean, after it's all washed, you'll want to dry it down again with a nice clean dry towel. Wipe it all down as nice as you can. And then when you get it all clean, you can put a little bit of wax on it. This product is something I like to use. It's a Eagle One Nano Wax. It'll make it come out looking like a jewel. You use it on your paint. You can even use it on the chrome. But I got another product that I like to use for the chrome. Eagle One makes this never dull. Comes in a little tin can. You pop the lid off, and then it looks like cotton. Looks like cotton in there. And you take a piece out, and it smells like wax or whatever. And you'll just take that and just work it onto the chrome. It'll take off bugs and little scratches and stuff. Work it in really well. And don't be afraid to rub some of those spots a little harder. And it really works. It really works good. It'll take rust off. But it takes, like anything, it takes a little bit of elbow grease. And if this is still damp and not real dirty, you can put it back in the can and use it again. but they are disposable, and the can is just full of the cotton stuff, so it lasts a long time. Let it dry a little bit. It kind of dries to a haze, and then you'll want to take and just kind of buff it up with your soft cloth, and those pipes will come out sparkling clean. Never dull. Stuff works pretty good. I like it. Some of these areas are a little tricky to get into. It takes you a little bit of time. If you're doing a quick job, you'll just want to hit the big things that really shine. Your air cleaner, your rocker covers, the top, anything here that really has a lot of chrome on it. And then maybe someday when you have a little more time, you can work in all the little details and spend a little more time doing the inside stuff. But sometimes if you just take a little time to polish the air cleaner, your oil tanks, your exhaust pipes, those kind of things really shine. The rest of the paint, you want to use the wax on. You never want to use anything abrasive. Don't want to use steel wool or anything that's going to scratch the paint or the chrome. So make sure you always use something soft and clean. A couple other little tricks I'm going to show you. Let's talk about the battery for a minute. The battery is really important, and when you're cleaning the bike, you want to take a look at that. I've pulled the seat off of this one. You'll see, and right under the seat, the battery's mounted here. And if you look real close at the terminal here, this is the positive terminal, and you can see this white powder here. That's corrosion that gets in the thing there. And if you back up here, you'll see that's going to fall, you know, right down here on your chrome on the back foot peg. And if you look here, you can see like some rust, and that's where that battery acid has fallen down in there and caused, you know, to rust right through the paint there. So that's something you want to keep clean. And you'll even notice over on this side, on the negative terminal, we have some of that corrosion as well. So best to probably just take the whole battery out, clean those off with a wire brush, get them all spiffied up, get all that white junk off of there. Don't breathe it. Don't get it up your nose or on your fingers. It is acidic. It's battery acid. It'll mess you up. And for those of you hardcore riders that like to ride all 4 seasons, be aware of something, especially here in Northeast Ohio. They put salt on the road, and they put a lot of it on the road. So any of the season where it's going to snow, where they're going to have salt on the road, I would recommend don't ride, especially if you have aluminum on your bike. The salt will eat it up in a hurry. Now, even if the road's dry, there's still salt powder on the road, and that'll still stick statically to your wheels. So if you were to ride in the winter and get that salt on there and then just park your bike in the garage or something thinking that's fine, you'll find out down the road that salt really starts to do some damage. And let me show you what it's done here. If you'll look at this, that used to be shiny aluminum, and that's on my front forks, but the salt has just kind of corroded that. Now you'll see if you come around to the back still looks really good. The front is where the road spray was hitting, and that's where the damage is. That's where the salt is. It also got down here on these rims a little bit, so from that point on, I do not ride the bike on salty roads, period. I want to kind of save the thing a little bit, not get it all tore up. And it's really hard to wash the bike in the winter time too, without pipes freezing up or something like that. So there you go. There's one more thing you may want to do before you're all done, and that's to use a little bit of Armor All. Now I'll warn you, you never want to put Armor All on the seat. it'll make your seat so slippery your butt will slide right off of it. So do not use Armor All on the seat. Don't use it on your handle grips because it'll make them very slippery as well. So what do I use it on? Use it on trim leather. You can use it on the saddlebags. You can use it on any other trim you got. But do not use it on the seat. Do not use it on the hand grips. Oh, I could even use it up here on this leather bag. And I'll take it off of there before I put Armor All on it, so I don't get Armor All over the rest of the bike. And that's just another way that I like to detail things. So I'll tell you what, if you've got anything that you like to use, if you got something specific that works well for you, maybe it works better than what I'm using, comment, leave me a note, let me know what it is. I told you what I use, what I like to use. It keeps my bike looking pretty nice. And actually right now the bike is filthy. It is very filthy. Just look at this fender here. You'll see where the water came up. And all I did was go through a wet spot on the road. It sprayed some up there on the chrome, and it's just, it doesn't take much at all. Not at all. Very, very little bit of water on the road and your bike's trashed again. So, you know, you got to put the elbow grease back into it and get it all cleaned up. So there's my tips. I hope that works well for you. Until next time, ride hard and die free.